love the game. I love the hustle, man.
Yo, what's good? I go by the name of Stealth. We got Dope Boy Bush to my left, and we got Teddy White down below, man. What's happening with y'all? We are back. This is the All Net No Rim podcast. We're going to do a condensed version today. It's not going to be a full hour. We're just going to run through these topics, but we just wanted to hit y'all real quick because it's been a while since we've been on, and we just want to get back into the flow of things. But I know I keep saying it every time we on here. We are not going to fall off again. This for sure is the start of our consistency. All right, so we back, man. We are back. Like I said, man, happy to be back. It's a great NBA season. I'm really interested and excited about this season, man. A lot of things going on. The Lakers just won a couple of weeks ago the in-season tournament. Really wanted the Kings to win that, but they weren't able to do that. But what else we got? You know, Ja Morant's back. We're going to talk about that a little later. Yes, you know, and we're really into the season, man. Records are starting to kind of formulate. We're kind of starting to see what teams are looking like, what they're going to be, who they are now. And we're kind of getting to that point to where, like, people might start looking at changing up the rosters a little bit. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, too, in a little bit. But for now, we're going to talk about these Sacramento Kings. The Kings record, Dope Boy, what is the Kings record right now? 16-10? 16-10, all right? And as of now, you know, we came out the gates last night against Boston, but they took over and got hot. Porzingis, I definitely want to talk about that because I want to refer back to something I said on this channel some months ago, and people in the chat was like, "Oh, nah, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too." And I'm gonna get to that. But the Kings did lose to Boston last night, so we fall to 16-10. Where are we in the West?
Fifth.
We are fifth in the West right now. Our next game is against Phoenix tomorrow. On December 22nd. That is a home game. Let's just talk about it, man. So we'll just start here. How did the Kings look to y'all up to this point? Teddy White, let's start with you.
They look as expected. You know what I mean? Couple pieces, couple people have been in and out of the lineups, but I feel like we're right where I thought honestly would have been in this third, fifth, somewhere around there before the All-Star break, and there's still an opportunity. But I feel like we're right there though. You know what I mean? I do think eventually to get over that hump, we're going to have to make that move, baby.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
We're going to get to that. Dope Boy, how the Kings looking to you right now?
Right now, like I said, I think they are where we expected them to go ahead and be. You know, I think the expectations weren't really too high. Third, fourth, fifth, maybe sixth seed right now at this point. It's not too bad for them. You know, as long as they don't fall into, you know, the lower half of it, they should be good right now. You know, like Teddy said, hey, later on in the season might need to be some trades that might need to happen. But right now, they're looking good. You know, they're in the right spot.
So in my opinion, I feel like we've lost some games this season that we shouldn't have lost. I feel like we're 16-10 now. We should probably be hovering around 18 or 19 wins. Honestly, in my opinion.
I agree.
Like last night, we shouldn't have lost that game. We came out the gates hot. DeAaron Fox got hot. I think he had like 22 like quick points.
Yes, he did.
I'm not sure what happened, man. I know Tatum wasn't playing. Tatum wasn't playing because he rolled his ankle the previous night in Golden State. They won on a back-to-back, so that was a back-to-back game for Boston. And they won on the road. So that was pretty impressive by them. But you know what? Let's kind of talk about this. Let's kind of just talk about some of the players, and we'll kind of get into just the Kings talk, King stuff. We'll get to the trades 2 topics from now. But so we don't talk about trades yet. But just top to bottom, what do you guys think about each player? What do you think about the chemistry? Teddy White, what you think, man? Like just overall, what do you think about the Kings right now as far as the chemistry, where we're going, how we look?
You know what? I think
and let's talk specifically about players too.
Absolutely. You know what? Let me pull up my roster too. But you know what? Right now, I feel we're trying to kind of figure it out. I do like the Keon Ellis edition, getting the more playing time that makes Davion fall back, but he stepped up defensively. You know what I mean? And you called it. You called it coming into the season.
You definitely did.
I called it about Davion.
Davion started off good, but the consistency wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Well, the offensive consistency wasn't there. He hasn't gotten better offense. And that's what I said in the summer. I was like, man, Davion's going to have to either work on his playmaking or his scoring because we know what he can do. We know what he can do on the defensive end. But for this team, when Fox is out, because you're coming in for Fox if you're Damian. Davion, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to keep that scoring going. So you either have to do that with scoring yourself, or you have to be a playmaker to set up other players to score. He's not doing either one. And that's what I was saying. That's what scared me coming into the season. I was like, Davion, I don't know. I'm not really seeing the progression. Hopefully he's working on things over the summer. And I like, bro, you know, I'm not talking bad about him or anything like that. You know, I hope he does well, has a long career. But I don't know, man.
But it's not in Sacramento right now. You feel as if it's not in Sacramento.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But Keon Ellis, go to your point.
I like Keon Ellis. I love what he's doing. You know what? In the summer during the summer league, when I was going out checking him out, I felt like he had a real strong possibility of getting some playing time. And I believe you even mentioned that.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
Did. No,
So, you know what? But again, Harrison Barnes. I mean, Harrison is going to be Harrison. You know what I'm saying? We just need a little bit more right there. I love Keegan, what he's doing.
Right.
You know, I'm over the Duarte. There's a couple people that I'm over. You know what I mean? You know what?
He was starting early. When he starting early, Chris?
Yeah,
he was. He was.
And he's kind of falling out of the rotation as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
right,
I agree.
Mike Brown trying different things right now. You know what I mean? He's trying to find that consistent that he can trust.
He has to go ahead and do that.
Go ahead.
Now to kind of piggyback off what Teddy was saying, you know, they got to go ahead and definitely make some matches at this point to figure out what chemistry is going to go ahead and work, especially once you get down to the playoff seeding and get into the playoffs, because we all know that rotation is going to shorten up, you know. And so at this point, while you're early in the season, you need to figure out who works well with who can be able to come in to, you know what I'm saying, either be the facilitator or be the scorer. Because, you know, when Fox leaves to go to the bench, that's 30 points that we're talking about that leaves, or, you know, somebody needs to go ahead and come in to make up for that.
Whoever
Who's going to go ahead and be?
I feel like whoever's coming in right now, automatically their plus minus is just terrible. Because his is so high, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, you know, say he gets in foul trouble or say he gets hurt, you know. And I think that's why Mike Brown has been looking for Keon Ellis, because he's a bit of a better scorer, a little more aggressive on the offensive end, more polished offensively than Davion.
I like what I seen from him yesterday.
I like that. I've always liked his game.
He actually played good last night. You know, this is my first time really locking in and watching, you know, him play, you know, and him actually getting some playing time. You know, also, too, as well, you know, I know we've been talking about it. You know, we talked about it through text and stuff like that. You know, Mike Brown has to go ahead and figure out, you know, how to go ahead and alleviate the small ball. The small ball's not going to go ahead and work right now, man. You know what I mean? We came in last night and just got worked.
I'm glad you just said that. I'm glad you just said that.
Defensive.
I'm glad you just said that.
You know, we have. You know, since we're talking about
this. And the reason I'm glad.
McGee go ahead.
The reason I'm glad you just said that, because when I made. And some of y'all might remember the JaVale McGee content that we were making over the summer when we first acquired him, right? I was saying that JaVale McGee needs to start, and people was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Here's my thing, though, right? And I said this. I said Sabonis he's better served at the power forward position.
Yes,
every time that he's coming across I guess you want to say, I don't even want to say a dominant. I don't even want to say a dominant center. Just somebody who is able to either rebound or score in the paint, stand his ground. He doesn't perform that well. He kind of shrinks. And I'm not saying like he's shrinking, but his game shrinks. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like he's not able to be effective against these guys. But if you put him against the power forwards, I think he would have better success. I feel like we got to find a center to go alongside. And again, remember when he played alongside Miles Turner in Indiana. Now, they traded him or whatever. It wasn't working out, but it's just whatever. But I just feel like he's better served as a 4. Sabonis is an undersized center right now, and I feel like it's coming back to bite us in the ass. It happened against the Warriors. Looney was busting his ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know, with the rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
you know, bodying him up. Last night, Porzingis.
Yes, bodying him.
Crazy. That's why we lost.
And that's without
that was a turning point.
Rotation too, as well. Yes, I agree. And that's where I was saying that I feel like Mike Brown needs to figure it out and to either, like how you said early on, either start McGee at the 5, move, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong? Sabonis down to the 4. Put HB to the bench. HB right now has been playing too inconsistent for me. Let him come in and let him be the dynamic off the bench to help the second string kick off.
And I think he'd be better. I think he'd be better in that role because if you have,
is he willing to go ahead and do that though?
He would have to. I mean,
I'm saying, is he willing to go ahead and do that though?
HB?
I feel like I
think he would. I mean,
going to allow him to do that. Okay.
Well, I mean, because here's right now, Katie Christensen made a good point. She was saying like he's not getting a lot of calls and plays ran for him. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of just trying to find his way. So in defense for him, because I've been really hard on him this season, it is kind of hard to find your way when all the actions are for Keegan, Fox, and Sabonis. You know what I mean? You're kind of just getting the scraps. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the ball the last couple seconds of the shot clock, or you gotta go to go to work and you might get a bucket.
Yeah.
But you're not really getting looks like that. You know, and he's just trying to find his way. But
well, then that's why I felt like, well, with this situation here, if that is the case, if you are having problems with finding plays for him in the first string, you know what I'm saying, with the starters, then hey, you know what, Mike? Let's go ahead. We'll do this. HB, let's have a conversation. I think you might be better suited to go ahead and come off the bench, lead that group of guys. Let's go ahead and put Sabonis in the power forward spot. Put JaVale McGee at the center. I know we're going to lose a little bit of scoring because we're putting HB, on the bench. But at the same token, I think we become tougher because you got the interior.
Interior, yes.
When and
if you think about it, we're losing games in the interior, whether it's rebounding or somebody scoring buckets on us. You have McGee in there. He can block shots. He's athletic. He can get, he could change shots. Even if he don't block it, he's going to make you think twice. Like, oh, this long ass motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I said it in the summer, but people didn't want to hear it. I still think that's a move that needs to be done. Teddy White, what's your thoughts on that? Also, Teddy, I want to get your thoughts on Keegan Murray's development. So if you can kind of segue into that from, what do you think about the Sabonis at the 4 spot? And then what do you think about Keegan's development?
You know what? I wouldn't be upset at that. If we tried it, maybe that's something that they have experimented with already. Maybe they've tried it in practice. Maybe that's something they're holding on to maybe on the second half of the season. You know what I mean? But I believe Mike Brown is pretty much trying to figure something out, especially knowing what happened last season. So,
and then last night was telling too. Last night was telling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Porzingis was man. And Porzingis not even in his prime top form right now. That's just you know what I mean? So what's gonna happen when you go up against a Cat or Embiid or Jokic
or Porzingis again when he gets healthier, or Joel Embiid for that matter? You know what I'm saying? I agree. 100%.
Right. But so, I agree with you on that. To segue over to the Keegan, I mean, come on, man. Like, this dude is going bananas right now. What did Tyree say? What more do you want? You know what I mean?
It's crazy that you say that, bro, because I wasn't big on him coming out that draft, and I know y'all was getting on me about that.
I kept trying to tell you.
I was not big on him out that draft, bro. I was like, man, Kings is pass on him.
And you was not trying to hear me, bro. I kept trying to tell you. I'm like, bro, that's the pick that we needed. I feel like the only better to me, who was in that draft? That was the Paolo Banchero draft, right? When he went first.
Yeah. That's why I wanted idea.
Is there anybody who got drafted after Keegan who you feel like, damn, we could have got him? Like, to me, Keegan is probably the second best player in that draft.
Absolutely.
I agree. I can't argue with that one at all. Definitely 110%.
I mean, you know what I mean? What else can you do? And if he keeps this up, right now he's averaging 18, 8, and 1, shooting 44 from the field. But my thing is, if he keeps this up and continues to progress, man, we might have a problem, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you.
I said it in one of the videos. When we were talking in the summer, another topic that we talked about was Keegan kind of being that third guy for the team, right? And I was saying I feel like I not only felt like we needed him to do that in order for us to take that next step and that next leap in our progression as a team, but I feel like he was going to do it. I said, I'm like, bro, I feel like Keegan's going to take that jump. I feel like we're kind of seeing it a little inconsistent early on, but I feel like he's picking it back up right now. He had a crazy game the other night. What do you have? He had like 12 threes or something like that, 47 points. Almost got 50.
He's balling out. This game I didn't even get to see. Yes, game I didn't even get to see. But I heard he was balling out during that game for sure. I just the highlights. I just feel like, man, right now at this point, I know he was brought in to be the 3-and-D guy. You know what I mean? I feel like, and I think I probably said this in previous episodes, I feel like he plays too soft for me, as far as like too nonchalant.
I don't think so. I think you're taking his demeanor as that, but his play don't say that.
No, his demeanor. Yeah, no, I'm saying his demeanor for sure.
But he don't play. But his play isn't equal to his. You know what I'm saying? His demeanor.
Right.
He's a little aggressive, bro. He getting aggressive. He dunking on cats, breaking them down, step back three. Like he aggressive.
But that's the thing. But it's the thing though. You have Doug Christie, who's on that staff right now, and one thing about the Kings and what they're not doing, and they're not predicating themselves on, is defense. Yeah, you go ahead and light up the scoreboard all day long, but if you guys are not getting back in transition and locking your men down, how do you expect to go ahead and win ball games? You know what I mean? So I would think that with Doug Christie being on the coaching staff and him being a defensive-minded guy his whole career, that he would go in there and show, hey, Keegan, I need you to go ahead and be a little bit more like this when it's time to play against, some of the top-tier guys.
I don't know if a lot of people know Mike Brown's defensive-minded as well. So, Teddy White, what do you think the Kings need to do to be more consistent defensively?
Rebound, rotate. Let's get some turnovers, create more turnovers.
Defend the interior.
Yes.
Contest every shot. Like last night against the Boston Celtics, unfortunately, they just wasn't missing a shot.
No, they definitely weren't.
I know the Kings shot 50 or over 50% last night. And if they play anybody else, another team that's shooting 50% is going to pretty much win the game. But
win the game, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? They ran up against the Celtics coming off that overtime loss against. And honestly, to be honest, I thought coming off the overtime loss, I thought they would have a struggle, but it did hurt them. With
no Tatum,
the first two quarters.
With no Tatum, I thought they was going to be able to get that. Honestly, I thought they were. I was like, okay, well, Tatum's not playing. Horford's sitting out for a game time decision to get.
I thought sure, but that was a dub.
So I was like, okay, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? Kings, they might be able to go ahead and prevail and pull this one out. And I was talking to you earlier. You know what I'm saying, through the text when we was watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Steph, when I was talking about, dang man, it came out firing up. But then after a while, bro, that second, third quarter. I seemed like the defense got soft and real suspect, and like how Teddy said too as well. They weren't missing nothing.
But also when our bench came in, that plus minus, you know what I'm saying? Like when Fox had to take that run, because Fox got crazy hot that first quarter.
Yeah, he did.
I think he hit 6 threes or something like that, something crazy. Like, and then when he came off the floor, the scoring went down and things like that. So, let's talk about DeAaron Fox. Let's talk about DeAaron Fox real quick. There's been a lot of talk of him being a candidate for the MVP of the league. What are your thoughts on that? Do you guys feel like, because right now he's averaging 30.1 points, so he's sixth in the league.
30 point,
he's averaging 6.2 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting 48 from the field. And we're 16-10. Teddy White, can DeAaron Fox become the MVP of the NBA?
I mean, right now, at this moment,
is he a top? Let's just say, is he a top three? Is he a top 3 candidate?
Let's say he should be a top. Let me get a swig of my canteen. I'm coming.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Pause.
This boy told me to get a swig of my canteen real quick.
So look,
he'll know where that's from. He'll know where that's from.
Oh,
he don't know. We wasn't born yet. We still have Vaseline on his eyes. So let's check this out, right? Yes, D Fox can. Will he? He probably won't. But I mean, come on now.
Why not?
His numbers jumped. He's averaging 34 and 6 right now. Come on, fellas. But you know what? Here we go with this again. Here goes again with the judges. All-time markets.
Yeah.
We're on a late night. Definitely. You know that. You know that feeling you get when you walk in.
East Coast media bias. Yeah.
I agree. Like
the
for me,
Kings
like
aren't real. The Kings are fluke.
I disagree with that. I don't think we're seen as a fluke anymore, though. As far as the grand scheme of like,
we're not being seen as a fluke. We're just not getting. We're getting a little bit more airtime than what we previously did in the years before because of the records and stuff like that. But I just say like how Teddy was saying though, like man, that smaller market, and then you're just now being a household franchise again. It kind of hurts Fox. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it. Me personally, do I see him winning the MVP? No. You know what I mean?
I disagree with y'all, man. I see it. I think he can win it. And the reason I say that is because
I think he can, but I don't think he's going to, just because, like I said, the smaller market, the Kings haven't been really relevant in the last 15 years or so.
Who are your MVP candidates right now? Both.
I was just about to ask that.
Teddy White, who's your MVP candidates?
Hey.
I mean, you gotta.
You see what I mean? Embiid.
You gotta have Embiid in there. You gotta have Giannis in there.
You gotta have Giannis in there. Definitely.
Tatum. You gotta have Luka.
Luka. Yeah.
It's a couple players right now that's having great seasons. Also,
Anthony Edwards.
We cannot allow DeAaron Fox's name just to get lost in the conversation.
No, not at all.
So what we're saying?
Not at all.
That's all we're saying. The people in Sacramento is not saying this man is the MVP. We're saying do not allow his name to get lost in the combo. That's all we're saying.
I agree, 100%.
All right, so let's take it a step further. Because I'm assuming there's not much more that he can do stat-wise in your mind.
Not
maybe
at all.
Because he's shooting the three ball way better than he's been in the past few seasons. So we're looking at this as now a team thing, right? What would his team have to do? Because if he can stay healthy, he's going to keep these numbers up. I'm assuming. Right. What would the team have to do for him to get serious, like really, like get
top
steal
three,
votes, get votes from
top three,
steal votes from other players.
Top four in the West. Top three. I'm saying top three.
Top three in the West.
Top three. I'm going top three for sure.
And the only reason why I say 4 because that 2 and that 4 range is usually so. But that's the only reason why. And the West is so hot.
It is.
It's tough. We're going to use the word tough.
The thing about it is, for me, I agree, but I'll have to say top 2, just because, like I said, the West is so competitive. They got so many great teams that are there. The jacking is going to go ahead when it gets later on in the season. Once it starts to jack for seedings and stuff like that, if Sacramento doesn't either have top 1 or top 2, it's going to be hard for DeAaron Fox to make his case to go ahead and be MVP. And I hate to say that because he's playing lights out right now. He's got his team playing good. They're top 5 in the West right now. But he has to elevate and get them in the top 1 or 2, bro, in order for that to go ahead and happen.
Doughboy, can you give me 1 through 8 right now? Western Conference.
1 through 8 right now. I know. Let's see. So you got Minnesota at number 1 at 20-6. You got OKC at 17-8 at number 2. You got Denver at 19-10 at 3. You got the Clippers you got the Clippers at 17-10 at 4. Sac is 16-10 at 5. The Mavs at 16-11 at 6. And then from there, everything else is bunched up with New Orleans at 7. The Lakers at 8. Houston at 9. Phoenix at 10. And Golden State at 11. And Golden State at the very, at 12. Or 11.
I see Minnesota dropping off a little bit. I don't think. I like him. No, I like Minnesota.
Hey, look,
no. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. I like him.
Go ahead.
I like him, but I'm just saying I don't think they're going to keep that number 1 spot though. They're just not.
No.
They're not keeping number 1. I think they'll drop to like 3. I think they'll drop anywhere from like 3 to 6. I think at the end of the season, 3 to 6. Yes. But they'll be in the playoffs. They'll be in the playoffs.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way they're meshing right now with Ant-Man and Gobert and Towns, bro. And I told y'all that. I think
I've always liked Minnesota.
I said Minnesota find a way to go and get them 3 boys to play together at the same time. Because I know at one point we were talking about Gobert might have to come off the bench, so they might go ahead and possibly trade him or trade, Towns or whatever the case may be. But I said these boys mesh well. They're going to be a problem eventually, and they're meshing at the right time.
Well, here's the thing. We're only 25, 26, 27 games into the season right now, right? Definitely. And, Minnesota, credit to them. Great start, but I don't see them being able to keep it. The West is tough. There's a lot of good teams in the West.
What about OKC? OKC 17-8, and they're number 2. So
I like OKC.
They're going to keep up the same thing too as well.
And OKC was one of the teams that I said over the summer, I'm like, look out for them. So I like OKC. These teams that we talked about are doing kind of like what we predicted. Like, as far as being in the conversation of playoffs, like we said OKC, we said Minnesota.
Sure,
Remember, we were talking about
being in top 5 though. Being in top 5, we weren't.
We weren't saying that, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. But
and then you got the Clippers, and you got the Clippers that are playing better now, and they're starting to mesh. You know what I'm saying? So they're right there in the 4th spot.
Lakers are not top 8 right now.
Lakers, they're 8. They're at the 8.
Oh, they are 8.
Okay. At 15-13.
They're exactly where they're going to stay.
Well, they're going to stay. I don't feel like they're going to go ahead and jump neither. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
the shift is going to happen from 1 to 5.
That's what I said.
That's where the
yep. That's what I said.
And I can't wait. And I can't wait to talk about. And I can't wait to talk about when we get to the segment of Ja Morant, because that's going to go ahead and elevate them too as well. So I said right now, the Kings, in order for DeAaron Fox to make his case, like how we were saying beforehand, for me, they have to be top 2 in the West. Because that West is too competitive, bro.
That's fair.
And they got too many, you know what I'm saying, star athletes. And we're not even, and the cool part about it, we're not even talking about the East Coast teams. We're not even talking about the West or the Eastern.
Yeah, you still got to play those teams. You still got to win. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to play those Milwaukee's, the Phillies, the Bostons.
Minnesota's going to go down.
Exactly. Those East Coast road trips, those back-to-backs, they're not going to be able to keep that up. They're still a young team.
What do you think, Steph?
As far as
him being like the one-away guy right now.
I agree. I say 1 or 2. The Kings got to get 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Right. Because, you know, when you're a small market team and you're a guy like DeAaron Fox, but I will say this though, DeAaron Fox has been getting a lot more recognition across the national media, and you know what I mean? And we're getting more national games. People are seeing them now. People are seeing the Kings. You know, probably one of the best games this season so far has been the Kings versus the Warriors, a national game. I think it was a playing game.
Sir.
And we lost to them, I believe.
It felt like it was playoff action during that time frame.
Yeah, but DeAaron Fox is getting playoffs. You know, and I wanted to talk about this at one point. But shit, we could just kind of go into it now since we're talking about DeAaron Fox and MVP. Can you give me what point guard is better than DeAaron Fox right now?
Right now at this moment?
Right now at this moment, as we're talking on December 21st, 2023, what point guard is better than DeAaron Fox right now?
You still got Lillard. You know what I mean?
What about him? What about him?
I mean, you still got. They're right there.
What about him?
The thing about it is with Lillard. Lillard's going to go ahead. He's finding his way right now and getting acclimated with the Bucks.
But is he better? Right now,
Curry,
yeah, Curry.
Luka. I mean,
Luka.
You got to throw Luka in there. You could have a Shea or something.
Better.
Now, when you throw Shea in there, that's opinion though. Now, when we start saying Fox and Shea, that to me that's opinion, because I may not feel like that Shea is better than Fox. You know what I'm saying? Others may think so.
I say definitively.
We just know.
I say definitively the only point guard that we could say that I'd be like, okay, he's better than De'Aaron Fox is Luka Doncic.
Luka, right? So that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I would even say Curry right now anymore.
Stop it.
Come on, bro. Well, that's what the team is thinking.
He's a better shooter. He's a better shooter. What is Curry averaging right now? What's he averaging right now? Give me Curry.
Come on, man.
What? Why
it
not?
doesn't matter.
Oh, right Steph
now
Curry. Can't say that because it's Steph Curry. Why?
Before I pick him from my team, that's the exact same reaction I'm going to have. Oh, but that's Curry. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Steph
why not?
That
Why
game,
not
bro.
though? Why can we not get these new guys to change the old guard and start knocking some of these guys off? Why is that?
I can't knock Steph off yet because he hasn't fallen off, bro.
All right, let's look at this though. All right, but hold on, because we said Steph Curry is definitively better than De'Aaron Fox. Right now, Steph Curry is averaging 28 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. De'Aaron Fox is averaging 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Right.
I agree.
And he shouldn't got higher percentage from the field.
Well, you know,
but it's Steph Curry. We got.
No,
it's like,
not
come
even
on.
that. I can go when they match up. We can go when they play against each other. Fox may have 46, but Curry's giving you 56.
Yes. The one thing.
No, that's not every time. That's not every time. That's not every time.
They would not have won Game 7 if Curry did not go for 56.
No, you're right. But De'Aaron Fox was hurt. He was hurt. Why we can't talk about injuries? He was hurt.
Okay,
we know De'Aaron Fox was hurt those last 2 games. We know that. De'Aaron Fox was not healthy. We might have won that game had De'Aaron Fox been healthy. Everybody knows that.
I don't know about the series.
Where did Curry
I said we might have won that game. If he was 100% healthy, he was busting the Warriors. We might have won that game 7 if he was all the way healthy. He couldn't shoot. He had no finger.
I don't know if they'd have won, bro. I can't give you that. They might have gave him a better.
See, it's easy to say that because we saw what happened. But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, hindsight is 20/20. But I'm saying if he was healthy, he would have gave us a shot because they couldn't stop that dude.
The thing about it is with the reason why I say with Curry, you know, kind of like what Teddy was saying, the reason why I feel like he's a better point guard right now at this point. You know what I mean?
Why?
Curry can cook you from the inside.
Y'all know I'm talking about this season, right? I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about this season. I'm talking about December 21st, 2023.
You have to understand, Curry is really not getting no help right now, bro.
So
Let's just be real.
He loves to hear that.
He does.
What does that got to do with me?
Exactly. He's not getting.
That sucks, don't it? Hey, that sucks, man.
It does. It definitely does.
It sucks when you got Draymond wanting to knock people out and choke hold people. That sucks. It sucks when Clay's washed. It sucks.
Yeah, he's not really there.
Yeah. Give him what they want.
But like I said, for me, overall, right now, I would say I'll probably put him in the top 3 right now as far as the season goes right now. Top 3 point guards right now.
Okay, because the reason I asked that is because he has to be. I mean, if we're saying MVP, to me, he has to be the best point guard. Because now you're going to be MVP. Now you're going up against the other centers, the other forwards, the other. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I agree. 100%.
So y'all saying he's not the best point guard in the league right now?
Not right now, no.
So there's no way he can get MVP then.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's arguable. We can argue. I'm willing to argue over that. It's some of these dudes I'm not even willing to argue. He is arguably having, a better season than Curry.
Than both.
But that's because Curry's also at a place in his life and in his career, there is no more growing. Almost. But he continues to still grow, though. He was shooting from 45, now he's shooting from 48 feet.
Curry's an all-time great. Curry's an all-time great. Curry's an all-time great, but I feel like I personally feel like De'Aaron Fox is playing better than Steph Curry. Hey, y'all let me know in the comments. Hold on. Y'all let me know in the comments who's playing better this season as of now.
Right now.
De'Aaron Fox or Steph Curry? Who's having a better season? Who's better right now, today?
And like I said, I want to argue that Luka situation too, bro. But like I said, Fox, the reason why we would have a problem, and I understand we watch basketball, you know what I'm saying? For us, even in the major market, me being out here in LA, you know what I mean? Do I get to see him play a lot on TV? No. But when I do see him play, it's entertaining for sure. But that's going to hurt him because you got to understand, the East Coast, when he's not playing the East Coast teams, you know what I mean? And they come on TV. Anybody gonna be on the East Coast and be like, you know what, man, the Kings playing.
What De'Aaron Fox doing? What he do tonight?
Let's go ahead and see what they're doing. The only why you probably gonna end up watching them play the Lakers because of LeBron James and AD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He making them stay up though. What he's doing right now.
He has to, and that's good that he is because he's putting the league and everybody else who doesn't
on
notice, which is good. Yeah. Hey, Fox, continue to keep this up because you're making Sacramento now a target to a certain degree, and you're making a
put us on the radar. Put us on the map.
Don't forget about us, and definitely for sure don't forget about me.
And honestly, I feel like that's good enough. If he's just being considered and talked about in that regard.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that.
You know what? Honestly, I want him to win, bro. In all honesty, bro, being a Sacramento cat, you know what I'm saying, born and raised, the whole nine. I would love to see somebody like him take it to the next level to where we get like, golly, we finally got somebody who really put us back on the map. Like how they did during the Chris Webber, the Bibby days and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You said,
let's be real. When's the last time Sacramento has had a in-season or regular season MVP? Have we? Ever.
Oscar Robertson, like,
and we weren't even in Sacramento during that time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, all the years that Mitch Richmond was playing and balling out for us, he couldn't even get one.
De'Aaron's way better than Mitch was, though.
Right, exactly.
Way better than Mitch was, and Mitch was good.
It's gonna be hard to get the fan votes to go ahead and get that MVP situation, bro.
Well, MVP's media.
Well, media. I mean, the media has to be on notice now. You know what I mean? They have to see what's going on, you know, and they got to pay attention. Like, hey, look, man, Fox is really out here making a case. I've heard him say it. I've heard Shaq and him talk about it. I've heard Barkley and him talk about it. But is it as much as the other cats that are playing right now? Not at this point, no.
So we all agree that the Kings got to get, top 3 for De'Aaron to get serious consideration. Sure. What do they have to do roster wise? We're on top of these trades now to possibly get up there because again, right now the Kings are 16-10. And what are some of the glaring issues that you see with this roster? Teddy White, let's go with you. What are some of the issues you see with this roster? What would you change? What would you keep? What would you kind of keep, stand pat on and keep the same? Just where do the Kings need to go from here roster wise? Do you see any trades that need to be made?
Definitely. Absolutely. I mean, are the Kings good enough right now to make it to the playoffs? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean? And should we be content with just making it to the playoffs? Well, after how last season ended in 7 games, we want a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like we do. I feel like we should go out, explore, but you know what? Don't jump out of the window and just give up on. You know what I mean? Let's think about it. And that's one thing I do love about Monty. He doesn't listen to the outside noise. He goes off what he believes, and he's gonna move it. He's gonna move at his own beat of his drum, right?
Right? So, yeah, straight up.
We do though. I do feel like we do need a trade. I like the Tascaro Anderson pickup. You know what I mean? Defensively, he can come in. He can help. Hopefully, he already knows the system with Mike Brown.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know what exactly that we need, but we do need a change, man. We do need a change somewhere. On the wing, maybe another 4.
Yes.
You know, maybe bring definitely a wing and a forward. I'm gonna leave it at that.
To piggyback off of what Teddy said, I definitely do agree with him. Some changes do need to go ahead and be made. It's just where we're at on this roster doesn't need to be made at. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb on this one, and I've said it earlier. I think that it might be, if they can't find a formula to help fix HB situation, Harrison might have to go ahead and be on the trading block and get some other assets and pieces for him. Now, who can you go out there and go get? That's the question. Who's out there? Who's willing to trade for an aging HB? You know what I mean? Who's damn near on the tail end of his career? So it's like, what can you get back in return for him? Or you got to package some other stuff, other packages with him, or you have to take a Davion Mitchell and put him with an HB. Then who do you get back in return if you go ahead and do that, since Mitchell has been playing it consistently? You know what I mean? I think a wing. I think a 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to play JaVale, which that was the whole point of, I thought, was signing him, was to play him a little bit more, to get tougher, to get rebounds and things of that nature. When I asked him to come in there and score 15, 20 points a game, hey, bro, come here and get us a couple blocks. Gets about eight rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Offensively and defensively. You know, so at this point, I feel like it has to be either HB or Davion, or package them two up together. But it's like, what can the Kings get back in return, though? You know what I mean? That's the biggest question.
My fear
What's out there
in the summer was coming back, and I know, Teddy White, I know for sure you remember, my fear was us just coming back and being the same team. Because my thing was, I felt like, we got to the playoffs. Yeah, we're a good team. Yeah, we're competitive. But if we're talking championship, are we talking rings? Are we talking rings? You need better players, right? You got to do something different, right? And one thing I do want to say, and I'm not saying like trade him, like no, like Sabonis is like an anchor on this current run that we're on right now with the Kings. But I'm starting to see some issues with Sabonis, and I don't know if we're asking too much of him, defensively and offensively, and that's why I feel like, again, he's undersized. Sabonis, he's listed at 6'10", 240. Listed.
So he might be he
might be 6'8.5", like 235. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So that's kind of small. And that's why I said he needs to get moved to the 4 spot. We have to find a center. I wouldn't mind. I don't know what we would have to do, but I know like guys like a Vucevic for the Bulls has been talked about getting traded. I don't know what other names are out there, but I just feel like he needs to play along a real center, slide him to the 4 spot, and maybe trade a Harrison. Trade a Harrison Barnes, because now you have a little bit more depth on your bench if with Toscano Anderson being able to play defense. You still got Duarte, who you can kind of plug in. Maybe Sasha could get some more minutes. You have Keegan. So I mean, we have wing players. Herder. Like we have wing players that can kind of fill that Harrison Barnes spot if
Barnes
we were to get another 5 and slide Sabonis to the 4. I feel like that's a move. I feel like that's a move that needs to be looked at, especially if we want to compete in the West against the Jokic's, the Goberts. You know what I'm saying? The Anthony Davises. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Stuff. Guys like that. Porzingis's. You know what I'm saying? Like
Porzingis,
on any given night. But
there's certain pieces you don't want to come off of, though. You know,
but for me, I'm kind of looking at like.
Come off of, though?
Well, for me, I'm kind of looking at a Davion Harrison Barnes package, maybe with some second round picks or something.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
and maybe see if you can get somebody. But do you get like who would accept that package? Like, and who would you have to add something else to it to get what we needed back? You know what I'm saying? Because
would it be like a third? You think it would be like a 13 that had to be involved in that situation?
I don't know if it had to be 13. We might have to give him more picks, more future picks to get what we needed.
Yeah, it will probably be maybe an unprotected 2028.
You cut out it. Said it one time.
And a player.
You said the unprotected what?
It would probably be like an unprotected first round 2020.
Yeah.
And then maybe
definitely.
Another one in 2028 and a player. You know what I'm saying? Something like maybe, but I know that some of these teams they really wanted Keegan. Now it's at the point Keegan's 23 years old and he's growing. He's not moving.
Keegan, Sabonis, and Fox are untouchable.
Especially for sure. I would throw Monk and Herder in that situation too as well. Monk got to stay too. You know what I mean?
Well, Herder, let's talk about him because at times he's been inconsistent.
Yeah, he has been inconsistent.
He'll get hot, for sure. Then it's like, where's he at? You know what I mean? What do you guys think about Herder as far as like, is he tradable? Like, is he somebody that you might be able to package up if you can get like say you can get like a Levine or get like a Siakam or get like a. Is he somebody that you would know?
I feel like at that point, if you do that, you're giving up some of your depth, and you're giving up some of your.
I mean, but not if you get
on the offense. If you get Levine, Levine is not. I mean, he's not a good shooter like that though.
Yes, you know he is. I mean? Levine's a 3-point shooter.
I feel like Levine is damn near
and
like
he can create his own shot.
I feel like he's inconsistent. I mean, that's one thing he can do. He can create his own shot for sure.
He can shoot that 3 ball. No, but he can shoot that 3 ball.
But I mean, who do you give up for? I mean, who do you give up for Levine? Because they're going to ask for a whole lot for Levine. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Who are you willing to go ahead? I mean, if you're going to go ahead and
here's the thing.
HB,
y'all,
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Teddy White knows I always say this. In order to get value, you got to give value.
No, for sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
But you also don't want to tear apart the depth, though, that they got.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to gut the depth. But okay, but here's what we're saying. And here's the spot that the Kings kind of lie right now. 5th in the West, kind of like that middle ground in the West. Right. And I kind of feel like that's where we are right now. Like we're kind of in the middle. How do you get up to that top 3, 2, 1? Like you have to get better. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to give up something to get something back. And that's just kind of where.
That's why I said. Well, that's what I was saying. HB and package either Herder or HB and Davion. I mean, Davion
so now
you talk.
Right now, if you package up Harrison and Herder, you can get something.
Right, exactly. So if you package them two up, then like I said, who's going to come in and be the shooter that Herder was once?
Well, again,
or the defensive guy that Herder was once.
Now I know a lot of people will be against this because he's like our 6th man. But if you could slide Monk in for temporarily, have Duarte kind of back him up, like the guys would have to kind of slide seats. You know what I'm saying?
But
now you got to get more minutes. Now you got to.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I think
don't change the. Let me tell y'all something, right? You know why round table is round table, fellas? Because they don't switch the recipe.
No. But so y'all are saying stand pat and just stay 5 and just lose in the first round. That's what I'm saying. So who do you give up? That's what I'm asking. I'm asking who do you get? No. Hold on. Who you have to give up value to get value? Who do you give up? Hold on. Who do you trade and who do you get back?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I told you either HB and Herder can go ahead and go. HB or Davion Mitchell can go ahead and go with a couple of picks, something like that. What I'm saying to you is that how me and Teddy were saying is that, okay, you were saying slide Monk into the starting position, let Duarte back him up for right now. Monk fits exactly where he's at right now.
Okay, all right, keep Monk there. Keep Monk there then. Keep him on 6 man. Okay, so you said Harrison, Herder. What do you get back? Give me a trade. Give me a trade to make us better, to get us in the top 3.
I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's like I don't know who's out there for trade bait. That's the only thing. I don't know who's out there right now.
I will say this:
Levine has been on the trade. Levine, DeRozan, all the Bulls basically. Raptors have been talked about.
Pascal.
Those OG, those guys. Who else? I haven't really seen.
If I would do that, I would package up. Hold on, my bad, Teddy. I would package up a Davion and HB with a second round or a protected second round pick for DeRozan. That might go ahead and get us over the top. Maybe put us right there. But you still have to go ahead and make up for the interior defense. That's where we're messed up at. We don't have.
But that's why I said Vucevic to kind of help out with that. But I'm like, I don't know. What do the Kings need?
Slow us down. Now we're being slowed down.
Yeah.
But that's a problem. See, it's like pick your poison. Yeah, we're being slowed down, but as it stands now, we all agree that Sabonis is little down there.
Yeah,
there's not enough red star bursts in the pack. That's what it boils down to. It's not enough good people.
No.
But when we get to talking on these trades and stuff like a Siakam or OG, right? For me, I would love to go do that, but we damn near got to eliminate those two because these two dudes have 2 expiring contracts coming up. So now maybe we could just wait until the summer. But before I make a move on them, I need clarity from them before I make a move.
Right.
Then I heard the Harrison Barnes and Herter package. I don't really hear too many teams jump the window for that package. That's like, nah. Even with a pick, that's kind of like, yeah.
So stand pat. So stand pat.
You know,
y'all are saying stand pat.
So I mean, at this point,
stand pat.
You have to
stay 5'6".
You have to, unless if you don't have to give much for a Voyachek, but like how Teddy said, he's gonna slow that down. They're already an up and down running squad. Voyachek he's not gonna be able to keep up with them boys. You'll get Zach. They want the whole house with Zach.
I guess for me, I'm trying to look at how can we make this roster and this team better. And again, I always say, I said it about 5 times already. In order to get value, you got to give value.
Back on you then, real quick. Taylor, let's ask him. Since you talk about the trades and how Kings can go ahead and get better, who is out there in your opinion that you've heard about is dangling trade bait for?
No, well, I don't know exactly who's out there. What I'm saying, well, we know some names are going to start popping up towards February, right?
Yeah.
Because we're in December. I say in about a month we'll start kind of hearing rumblings about January. Things like that, right? Yeah. So, I guess what I'm saying is I don't know specific players, but we can go based off need. We need interior defense. And I know that's a pipe dream for me to slide Sabonis down to the 4. They're not going to do that. I don't know why they're not going to do that, but they need to. I don't feel like they're going to win a championship that way. You're not going to win a championship with Sabonis at the 4.
Well, let me ask you this: do you do that? You do that with the bigger teams? Slide him down to the 4. Then
here's the thing, right?
Plug in JaVale McGee into the 5 spot.
Think about the teams that have won. Think about the teams that have won championships, barring outside of the Warriors some years ago. It's been Giannis, Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
AD. You know what I mean? So at some point, you can run that's cute, run up and down the floor and all this and be small, but you're going to come against a big bully down there at some point, and you got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
And he just don't have it in him. He shows it. He definitely shows the potential of having it.
He let Looney body him up. Like,
like you said earlier, though, you said that in there, are we asking too much of Sabonis? Playing defense and offense, which I agree with you. I think that right now the Kings, Mike Brown and them are asking him to do too much at this point.
He's always a foul trouble. He's always a foul trouble.
Do too much.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
No. We just need to give him.
I just think he's playing out of position. I think he's playing out of position.
And you know what? I can't argue with you with that. That may be.
And that's why he's always in foul trouble.
You know what? Listen to this, right? That may be the problem. But also may be the problem that may be help if we get him some consistent help on the other side. Maybe somebody that can stretch the floor that will allow him to do what he does. We don't have nobody that can do that.
You talking about offensively?
Offensively. Maybe when Trey Lyles comes in every now and then. And it clears it out. But maybe we need to get him some help. Consistent help at the 4.
Well, that's Harrison.
And Harrison's not doing.
Harrison is our
doing
4, so we got to trade Harrison.
Yeah,
so we
not
all
doing
agree
that.
Harrison got to go. Pretty
Harrison
much.
got to go. I mean,
You know what? I wouldn't even. I don't even mind moving him to the bench, right? But maybe right now, I'm going to tap into Monty, right? Let me tap into both bald head men. So I'm a little bit. I can tap in a little bit better, right? Maybe right now isn't the time, fellas, to make a move right now. Right? Maybe right now this is about growing and experience for these fellas right now. Now, I'm not saying we don't make a move. Maybe right now is not the time.
Well,
Maybe
and that's
the offseason. There's 2 great players. Hold on. There's 2 great players and a couple others that's going to be available summer.
Well, you know, and it kind of piggyback off what you were saying with that. That's what I was saying as far as like with them, they need to go ahead and do something. And I'm glad that Mike is kind of playing right now with the rotation. He needs to figure out who meshes well with each other. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be? You know what I'm saying? The person's going to be on the defensive side is going to go ahead and be our stopper.
I'm finding out right now who's going to. Start eliminating right now.
Yeah, I agree.
For the longevity of the brand.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
I know I got my dog over there.
I agree.
I've been knowing my dog 15 plus years. When he start wiggling his nose and his chin, come on, dog. He's forcing himself right now to come into agreement with me. But he's going to text me later. He's going to text me later and say, you know what, dog, that was a hot take.
Nah. The reason I say you got to make a move soon is because, again, you're in the middle of the pack right now. You're 16-10. You're 5th in the West. You could easily go to 4th, 3rd, or just as easily go to 6th, 7th, 8th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%.
You know what I mean? So being in the middle is not a good place to be. You have to try to get better. And here's my thing. Now you're just wasting guys' time and their efforts. Another year of Sabonis, another year of Fox. You know,
I disagree, Quell. I disagree. Where did number 2 get us last year? West.
And we came back the same team, right?
Yeah,
we did. And now we're in a worse spot in the West than we were last year. Now,
that was the worst matchup we could have faced in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 110%. I agree with that.
And then just to show you again. Right?
Y'all know we lost because of Kayvon Looney, right? Y'all know we lost because of Kayvon Looney, right?
But my thing is this, right? Hold on, listen. We came right back the 23-24 season, played them twice, and got smacked again.
So doesn't that tell you that you need to get better?
That's the worst matchup we can possibly have.
So you're just looking at it as, oh, we just lost to that team, but anybody else we can hang with. I don't know.
It's the matchup.
No, I think hold on, Doughboy. Hold on. Let me respond to that. I don't think it's just a matchup. I think it's revealing glaring issues that the Kings have.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
But that's where you gotta go ahead and look at it. That's where you gotta look at it in your bench. Where do we find the mix and matching to put these pieces together for this puzzle to come together and to make a run?
And I like that word you use, puzzle, because right now this puzzle is not complete yet.
It's not.
And if you're talking about getting better, even if you're not talking about a championship this year, if you're talking about getting better, you're not doing that right now. In December, you're not, and we got to figure out how we're gonna do that. Like, I don't know. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see, man.
I mean, I said for me, I think the change has to start with HB and whoever you pair up with that boy from there.
I think we all agree on the HB thing.
Unless you go ahead and go this route, like I told you beforehand, man, slide HB with him and Monk to the bench. Bring what's called, you know what I'm saying, McGee to start at the 5. When you play bigger physical teams, let's go that route. Bring him in.
Yeah, be dynamic. 5. Be dynamic with the lineup. Right. I think we should start doing that. Like, because that's depending on who you play. Depending on who you play.
All you hear these commentators talking about Kings, small ball. They're getting bullied. They're getting bullied down the offensive side of the ball. They're getting bullied down the defensive side of the ball, especially when it comes to rebounds and playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're all you hear about the Kings, bully. They're getting bullied. Hey, at this point, you cite this man for a reason. Put him in there, see what he can go ahead and do. He's got championship experience.
And I said that.
Defense.
If y'all go back and watch that video we made, I said that. Put McGee at the 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're not putting him. You're not starting him at the 5 because he's this great center, but you're just doing that so where Sabonis could get to work and you can get the most out of Sabonis. That's why you're doing it. Not because of who McGee is, but to get the most out of Sabonis. To where he don't got to get in foul trouble guarding the big man.
Yeah. I feel like, Teddy, and I know you're shaking your head. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk here, but I also feel like how Sid was, or how you know what I'm saying, how Drew was saying, it's like this, man. When you have him muscling down on the offensive side, and you got him muscling down on the defensive side, it's gonna generate fouls. Let's be real, or it's gonna be fatigued, one or the other. Then you're gonna start throwing some stuff up there because you're like, oh shit, let me just go ahead and go down here. I'm being bodied all day long. I want to get my get back real quick.
I feel like you would get more out of Sabonis. I feel like you would get more out of Sabonis if he was playing against guys smaller than him.
I agree, 110%.
That's why I said he's working really hard against these big men to get his numbers.
You can also slide him out where he can shoot. He can shoot too, also to a certain degree.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he may not hit. So
that's what I'm saying. Put him at the 4. Brown is a 4.
Right.
I don't know why Mike Brown is assisting at keeping him at the 5. I don't know why he's doing that.
I don't. And I've been telling you that, Drew. I've been telling you
that's what he's been since 3rd grade.
No, we just said he played.
When he was in Indiana.
Yeah, we just said he played along Miles Turner, and Miles Turner was the 5. And in OKC, Steven Adams was the 5.
But you can't. Listen, fellas. Shouts out to JaVale McGee, you my dog. I give you the big flex. You feel me? The 45 flex.
You can't win.
But bro, listen. Hey, but you have to give JaVale McGee spurts. You talking about start? Listen, I just saw my dog. He came in. He had 2 turnovers yesterday. You got a bucket too. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Bell.
Okay, that's fine. All right, forget JaVale McGee. Go find somebody.
But I hear what you're saying.
But go find somebody. I'm just saying him because. Well, hold on. Right. I'm just saying JaVale because that's the guy we have on the roster now.
Right now.
But go find you somebody who could start alongside him.
Yes.
Because again, he was playing the 4 in OKC when Steven Adams was starting at the 5.
Sure was.
And he was playing the 4 in Indiana when Miles Turner was starting at the 5.
He sure was.
A stretch 4.
And look, you see what his productivity was on
so
both
you want hold on. So Teddy, you want to keep him at the 5 and just keep him in foul trouble playing against these big men getting worked in the playoffs?
It's harder to go get a decent guy that's going to play alongside. If we can go from trade for stretch 4.
Y'all don't. You don't think we get more out of him if he was sliding to the 4 spot and he had 4s guarding him?
We would. More than what he's doing right now, we probably would. Yeah, because he's doing unbelievable. But I feel like he could also do it if we bring somebody that can run up and down the court and hit an open shot.
That's why I disagree.
He has 2 people on him because nobody's running out on Harrison.
That's true, but you know why? I disagree. You know why I still disagree with that because he's still gonna have to guard that other nigga on the side of the other team.
Yes. He is.
And you can't hide from that.
You can't interchange that. Yeah, you can't interchange that.
You can't hide from that.
But what you can do is you can run a zone or you can have more.
But they're not going to do that.
They're not playing.
They'll play defense now. So who should get a zone? Go ahead and help them out even more? Hell no.
Let's get the 4, fellas. Let's get the 4 in here that can knock down the shot, fellas.
I hear what you're trying to say, but I don't think that fixes the problem. I don't think that fixes the problem. I don't think that fixes the problem. No, because, bruh, this nigga is 230. What is he going to do against Gobert, Cat? You know what I'm saying? The real. I'm telling you. Here's what I'm saying.
He's dogging them.
No, he's not. Because here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Because, again, I said it about maybe 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's cute to run up and down the court against these other teams who you're able to do that with. But, again, at some point, if we're talking playoffs and moving on and talking about championship, this and that, you're getting into those second rounds, those third rounds, you're gonna come across a beast in the paint.
No, you are.
And you're gonna have to guard that man, and you're gonna have to worry about him guarding you. That's where I'm saying I'm worried about Sabonis. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I feel like Anthony Davis will go crazy on Sabonis, bro.
Running ragged.
Crazy.
Running ragged, bro.
Jokic,
running ragged.
Crazy on Sabonis.
Ragged.
So say we have Minnesota, Denver, Lakers, say we don't get the luxury of.
They got all the big men. That's the problem.
All right, well, say you play 2 of them. Say you play 2 of them. You're gonna play one at least. You're gonna. Here's my thing. Because we can sit here and talk about that, but you're gonna come across at least one of those teams, and you have to beat that team to move on. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
Absolutely.
And like Teddy said, Denver has all the big men. The Lakers,
what I'm saying is you can't hide. What I'm saying, you can't hide from it. At some point, you're gonna come across. You're gonna have to. And are we ready for that? Do y'all feel like we are ready for that? I don't.
No, and that's what I was about to. And that's what I'm about to say. I felt like even if the Kings would have got past Golden State in the first round,
we'd have the Lakers next.
They would have beat the Lakers.
It still would have been a problem.
It would have been a problem, but they could have beat them.
I would have felt like Sabonis would have been so exhausted playing AD and Bron.
Thank you.
By the time he got to Jokic, he's exhausted.
Oh, he would have been dog walk. Yeah, he would have been dog walk.
Right, he been dog. You got Gordon Hayward over there. They got Hayward. You got Yoke, and then what's the other cat that's over there?
Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. And you got the other cat that's over there too as well. So
Michael Porter.
What do you do, Michael Porter? So what do you do?
See, we just need we do need like Minnesota. I ain't worried about them. Kings are like physically run them. It's hard for big men to keep up for 4 quarters. You feel me?
Whoever come out the West,
we need a big man. I agree, Quelf. We need a big.
Whoever comes out the West, whoever comes out the West is going to have a dominant big.
I agree.
Whoever comes out the West is going to have a dominant big. That small ball mess is over. That's done.
Oh, it's been over with. It's been over. Why you don't say Warriors are having problems like they're having?
Yeah,
it's small ball. They don't have no bigs on their squad like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I feel like the Kings are damn.
They got people that can't hit shots too.
Well, goddamn. Shit, HB can't hit a shot to save his damn life neither. And no disrespect HB, but bro, like, what do you?
Warriors would have been. Hey, Warriors would have been. They would have got beat 4-1 last year. To be honest with HB,
man,
I'm sorry, Harrison. I'm sorry, Harrison.
I'm not saying sorry.
No, and Harrison's a great dude.
Competitiveness.
Yes.
No, Harrison Barnes is great. Harrison Barnes he's a good dude, man. I just feel like I just feel like his time is up here. I will just say that.
And I feel like he's
told us his time is
up. He told us.
You wouldn't say that?
I'll take him on.
Teddy White, hold on. Teddy White, for the record, for everybody watching, I hope this is a great pod today too. I'm loving this pod today. Teddy White is okay with this team standing pat, y'all. He's saying keep this team together and just make another run and lose in the first round again and just do it all over again. No, I'm not. You ain't said nothing about no trades. You said keep Harrison. You said keep Sabonis at the 5. Don't start McGee.
Keegan, though. I don't want to come off Keegan, bro.
No, we're not coming off Keegan.
We're not coming off Keegan at all.
No, we're not coming off Keegan.
That's not going to
Keegan, Fox, Sabonis, Monk. Everybody else, y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Expendable.
Yard sale.
Kings got to get better, man. We're going to figure out what they do in the next few weeks.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if Monty McNair does pull the trigger on anything heading into next month in mid-February. We'll see. I think it all depends on kind of where we're at in the West, man. Like I said, 16-10 now. We're going to have to win some games and move up in the standings.
Facts.
But like I said, we could just as fast as we can move up, we can move.
We can move down, especially with the other teams. Especially with the other teams, bro, playing at the bottom half of the other standings that are not playing good right now. So it can definitely happen for sure.
Ja Morant is back, man, and he had a hell of a comeback.
Sure did.
He went for. Do you have the points that he went for, Doughboy, on that game?
I think it was a 38 piece. I want to say in the game winner.
And the game winner. No time walk off. Spin, floater.
I'm him. I am him.
I don't. Ain't too much to talk about, but I just want to kind of touch on talking about Ja Morant. What do you think his presence is going to do for that team? Because where are they right now in the West? They're like 10th or 11th, right?
No, they're farther down than that. They're farther than that.
They're low, 13th.
They're in the bunker.
Can they move up and get to a play-in spot? I don't think they can get top 8 though. Not before the season's in, but they can. I think they can get to the 10th and maybe get play-in.
Hey, y'all talking about eventually OKC dropping, Minnesota dropping possibly, bro? They can get up in there, bro.
You think so? What's their record?
They are 10-18 right now. They're 11 spots out of the number 1 spot.
What is the 8th seed record right now?
8 is right now 15-13 with the Lakers being there. And New Orleans right above them.
So let's just say they're about 5 games back from being in the 8th seed. And all you got to get is 10th. All you got to get is 10th for the play-in.
That's it. So you mean to tell me, man, with him being back,
I think they get to play. I don't know they get to 8th.
I think they're gonna get 8th, bro.
You got to go. If you're them, you got to go on a tear, though.
I think so, bro. I think that they already have the chemistry that was there. They just needed Derrick Rose to fill in during the time frame he served that 25. That Butch Hawks did a 25 game suspension. My thing is that now they got their star piece back, and he can keep his ass out of some trouble and not flash guns, do no dumb stuff. Then yes, come play ball, bro. Win some games. You're not gonna win all of them. Win some games.
Yeah.
Get back to 500. Then start to go ahead and pace yourself for, all right, we're at 500 now. Now's the way to start shooting for these other top teams that are above us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you guys said, there's going to be some interchangeable stuff that's going to happen. Injuries do go ahead and come. We don't know who's going to get injured, what teams are going to go ahead and fall, what teams are going to go ahead and rise. So at this point, I do see they still kept their core group of people still together outside of getting rid of and that was it. I know Steven Adams is hurt for the year. I know he's done, so that might hurt them a little bit. But I do feel like they do have a strong chance and a case to not only exceed the play-in, but I think they can go ahead and get into a spot, bro.
So right now they're actually.
So
Memphis is 7-19 right now.
Yeah.
They're actually playing the Pacers right now. They're up 58-45. Looks like they might win this one. That I believe is at Memphis. Ja Morant right now in the second quarter, he has 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So he's making his presence felt, man. Jaren Jackson, 16 points. Okay, he's going crazy. But
so that's what I'm saying.
I think they're going to win some games. Teddy White, do you feel like they're going to make the playoffs or play in Memphis? Now that John's back,
strong possibility. They can. So? Yeah, they can.
Can Ja Morant reclaim? Can he reclaim his spot as being a top player in the league after all this?
For sure.
Will he do
it? Absolutely.
If he can continue to stay away from the knuckleheads and stop doing dumb stuff, yeah, for sure.
Ja Morant, DeAaron Fox, who are you taking right now? Quick, first answer.
Fox.
Ja. Okay.
I'm Fox. He's not troublesome. Fox.
I'm Fox. I care what he does on the court and off the court.
Is Fox a better player?
Ooh.
They're very similar. I think Fox shoots better. Shoots better.
He does.
So I would take Fox. I would take Fox right now.
Okay. At this point right now, with Fox, what he's doing, I'll take Fox for sure.
All right. It's gonna be interesting to see how Ja Morant helps his team kind of approaching. Well, more than a quarter of the games are done, right? Yeah. So 26.
Yeah, we better agree.
So yeah, he's gonna have to, like I said, Memphis is going to have to go on a tear to kind of get back into that mix. But I think they can get to they're going to be a playing team for sure. I think that's like given. They're going to be a playing team. Great podcast, fellas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've done this, but we got on like we ain't missed a beat. You know what I mean? Hopefully we were entertaining for y'all. Definitely drop comments. Let us know what you guys think about any of the topics that we covered. We talked about a lot about the Kings, Fox MVP. We talked about trades, Ja Morant. Yep. Let us know what y'all think. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe if this is your first time seeing our video. Follow, man. Let somebody know. Share something. You know what I'm saying? So, also, too, if there's anything y'all want us to cover, talk about, drop it in the comments. Maybe we can get to it. Like questions you guys may have. I would love to do like a question segment. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Any questions you guys got for us, drop them. And maybe we can answer some questions on the next pod. But other than that, man, it is a beautiful fall Thursday night here in Sacramento. Dope boys out. And you know what I'm saying, Woodland Hills, you know what I mean? I don't know what the weather's like out there, but you know.
It's raining out here, man. They said it never rains in Southern California, man.
We had a lot of rain like the last couple days, and I think it went down there to y'all.
It's pouring out here, man. Yeah, they said never rains in Southern California, but it's definitely pouring out here.
Definitely raining. Teddy White, man. What you know what I'm saying? Any parting words before we get up out of here?
That's it, man. You already know I love this game. I love the hustle, man. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm doing it with two cats that I love deeply, man.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna run this up. We're gonna stay consistent for y'all, and you already know, baby. Y'all net no rim, baby. You heard?
Yes, sir.
Like, comment, subscribe, man. We up out of here. Let's go.